All right, my bad.
Microphone's a little working. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. I am your host, Tone Vays. We should be good now. Been on your live chat, of course, it's always on a delay. I am in Panama. Man, I miss Panama. I always have a good time in Panama. I may fly out to Costa Rica. Still a small chance I will make it out to Belize, and all of a sudden all my friends ended up in Puerto Rico. But I don't know, I have to just keep working. The financial summit's 2 months away and plenty of things to do before that event gets started. All right, let's go to the charts. Biblock Boom was awesome. Awesome, got a little bit of sleep. I managed to join Spaces for an hour this morning. But let's go to the charts and see what's going on. Man, the monthly chart, I can't wait for this month to just turn over. And hopefully next month is going to be the ultimate low. Now, the low may or may not already be in place. But I can't wait for the official MRI buying opportunity on the next candle. It's going to be really, really important. Okay? Because like I've been saying, the last 2 times we had MRI buys on the Heikin Ashi monthly chart, the only 2 times I believe we had MRI buys, it marked the perfect buying opportunity for years to come. So the first time it happened was in May 2015, which led to the top in December 2017. That's 2.5 years later, 2.5 of bullishness. Then we got the perfect low once again in December of 2018 with the Heikin Ashi MRI. And well, in hindsight, of course, the top came here on the green star candle in November of 2021. So again, 3 years of bullishness, but that was the top. The prior top was in April. I've been telling you guys many times, this was a very challenging top for me to navigate perfectly because of my trading style. My trading style doesn't open me up for this kind of a top. I will be bullish at this top, and it serves me very, very well 80–90% of the time, but occasionally it will get me into trouble. Okay? Every time you see a double top like this, look how well we did after. Other double tops, like, you come back to the prior high, that's a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. This is one of those rare times where we come back to the all-time high area after a 6-month hiatus or longer, and it did not materialize and it ended as a double top. Very rare. Very, very rare. Weekly chart. This week has just begun, and once again, it's a rough candle. We closed last week as poorly as a chart can close. This is a disastrous close to a weekly chart. Not only is it a red star candle according to the MRI, though that doesn't necessarily mean that a disaster is going to happen. As you can see, the last time we had a red star candle, it actually marked the closing low of the candle. However, all signs indicate that this low will be broken to the downside. And the chart of Bitcoin would have to prove it to me to close back above the moving average. And this time it will close above 2 moving averages in order for me to be really bullish on Bitcoin. I would need a close above 24,000. Until that happens, I cannot possibly be very bullish on the weekly time frame. We also closed at the bottom of the candle, which is also not good. We do have the MRI support line, which was put in place all the way back in January of last year, not even January of this year. And this line continues to hold. But we will see if this very critical support line continues to hold. And after that, There is absolutely no support whatsoever, not even a little bit, all the way down until we start getting into that $14,000 range. I can maybe raise this line to the $14,000 area. That's the best I can offer, but more likely this thing is in serious trouble. 14,000 will be my best area of support if we are in the vicinity, if we break this MRI support line of 17.5. We remain in 100% cash position, not much more to add on this chart. As usual, the financial summit is just 2 months away. 2 months for this incredible event. You can see the resort in the background, and it's an event for traders, hedge funds, money managers, and we're going to have an amazing time. So join us. You can follow us on Instagram. We'll continue to post. I think we have a new post on Instagram. Let me refresh. Yep, there it is. We also have a giveaway. We have 27 likes and only 3 comments. So only 3 people want to have a chance to win a $9,000 trip to the financial summit. All right. Hopefully we will get more people replying to this IG post. Follow us on the Financial Summit YouTube channel as well, along with our Twitter. Our Twitter is becoming a financial research handle as well. We just put out a post on what is Bitcoin. We'll put out more threads. This is usually done on the weekends. Guys, go ahead and support. Go ahead and follow and like. I tweeted out the first part of the post. I should probably retweet one of these middle pictures as well. Check it out. Leave comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want, what financial subject you want us to look into, and we will do that. And of course, my website, you can check out the affiliate page. I was streaming from the Swan booth at the event. You can check out the other companies I support. Go ahead and do that. And if you're interested in on-demand videos on how to trade, you can find that in products and services. Daily chart. Here is the daily chart of Bitcoin. We are stuck right in the middle of this channel. We rallied back to the middle line. Just like the weekly chart, I am not going to see any interest in the daily chart of Bitcoin until we go significantly lower. And by significantly lower, I mean lower than $17,500, or we rally back above the moving average, which would also rally us above this channel. As long as we are in this zone, I will only be bearish or neutral. I will only be bullish once we rally higher, unless there is an MRI buy. I will potentially be bullish on an MRI buy. Right now, we are not even halfway towards an MRI buy. The hourly chart, we rallied nicely off of $19,500. That was a big drop. That was a significant low on the hourly chart. I have to go to like the 4-hour chart in order to have a nice look. The last time Bitcoin traded below 20,000 was back in July 22nd. It's actually not that long ago. It is a little bit less than a month, a little bit over a month ago. And while this is a nice rally, unless this rally goes all the way above the last MRI resistance line, I am not going to think much of it. I will need a move all the way above the MRI resistance line in order to be bullish on this chart. GBTC, of course, rallies when Bitcoin rallies. The discount is still very, very depressed. And I do believe it represents a 30% discount that you should recover once FOMO on Bitcoin sets in. Oil, that was one of my few perfect calls in the last 3 weeks. I have been bullish on the price of oil. I have been telling you guys for weeks and weeks that this MRI buy on oil should be significant. We did not break below the prior swing high. This is as textbook of technical analysis as it gets. This was a perfect call on oil, and I am very bullish on oil right now. Gold is not interesting to discuss. The stock market, after the hawkish news at the Jackson Hole speech by Jerome Powell, the stock market seems to have, held up in there yesterday. We are on an MRI warning candle. Today, did the stock market even trade? Oh, Winston, thanks for the tip, brother. And yeah, you're welcome. Organizing the BBB LobbyCon. Yep, we were. Yeah, those 4 aces were crazy. Yeah, there was a ace, king, queen flush on the board, and 4 aces won that one. So did the stock market, is that a holiday I didn't know about? Like it was like, what is this? Oh, I know what that's tomorrow's candle. My bad, guys. I'm streaming so late. The futures have just started trading. This is tomorrow's candle. This guy was today's candle. This is already tomorrow's candle. And in Bitcoin, tomorrow's candle is going to start in an hour and a half or so. But in the stock market, this is already tomorrow's candle. This is the candle for August 30th. We are still on August 29th. I'm actually, I'm not sure what time zone I'm in, but I'm always on the New York stock market time zone. So today's candle had a nice lower wick. That is promising. Tomorrow's candle is an MRI warning buy. I believe the stock market will rebound. Maybe tomorrow will be another down day, maybe the day after. I believe that this arrow is unlikely to materialize. This arrow is specifically started below the MRI support line. I don't believe we're going to break this MRI support line. I believe we are going to reverse. I'm going to go ahead and put a green arrow right from this area. I believe we are going to reverse, and once we get back to the prior swing high, we are going to rally. I do not have a good reason as to why I think the stock market is going to rise. Everyone is expecting a catastrophic crash in the stock market, except myself. I seem to be the only one that has hopes and dreams, and that the stock market can recover. Most of my reasons for this, well, there is some technical reason. That my technical reason is that I am not bearish until we break the MRI support line. So as long as we don't break the MRI support line, I am bullish. And if I have to make up an excuse as to why I'm bullish, that excuse is political. On multiple fronts, it's political. One, I think Europe is about to implode, and there is still whatever capital is left in Europe that has not been confiscated by the European unelected Marxists will try to find its way into the United States. That should improve the US stock market. Another reason why I'm kind of bullish on the US stock market is I am hopeful that the US elections in November will kick out all the US socialists, or as many as humanly possible, and replace them with capitalists. If that is to happen, then the market should have a little bit of a boost. So for those two reasons alone, I believe that the stock market can recover here and rally to new all-time highs next year or at the end of this year. Weekly chart, that's a nice doji candle. I would love to see this doji candle materialize. Of course, it will be a red star candle, which is not ideal, but I can manage it. All right, last time on this channel, we took a look at the Russian stock market index, and it's on an MRI buy on the monthly and the weekly. The weekly marked a beautiful low if you don't factor in the capitulation on the day Russia invaded Ukraine, but it has recovered. That is the ultimate low. It wasn't the closing low, but the closing low came on extension C. So even though normally a new closing low would get me very, very scared if I entered a bullish trade off the MRI buy, I know that this came on extension C. And that's another reason to be a little bit hopeful. Then we got a Harami candle and off we go. The moment this index can break the MRI resistance line, I think good things will happen to the price. This is, of course, a very debatable position because even looking at the Russian stock market could get your channel banned. It's illegal now. We can take a look at other global indices. We can take a look at Australia, which somehow has not collapsed. Like that's kind of fascinating that Australia is still hanging in there. That's more Australia. I don't like talking about Australia. The Japanese, the stock markets are holding up, but a lot of it has to do with inflation. So the Hang Seng, interesting. The Hang Seng is at a ridiculous low. Man. Look at that. Hang Seng is Hong Kong. And I believe it's Hong Kong. It's been so long since I looked at these. Tops on an MRI sell in February of 2021. And yeah, China's not doing that great either. I don't think. Let's see China. Where's China? That's Korea. Korea's rebounded. See, this does not look good. The Korean market does not look good. Nifty. This is India, right? Nifty is India. Nifty looks pretty good. What the hell is this? Oh, like the Norwegian indices. Not that good. What about Europe? Europe is about the same. More Europe. France, that one looks good. France, they're survivable there. The DAX does not look good. Germany, you are in trouble. France looks a little bit better. And oh no, this is BSE. This is not Europe. This is Europe. Yeah, it doesn't look great. UK looks pretty strong. Brazil, not that bad. Toronto. Canada's hanging in there as well. This is just the VIX. Transportation looks okay. I don't have China. I don't have China here. Yeah, but it's hard to say how much we can trust that in there. So Nifty is Europe. Sorry, Nifty is Europe. So I mean, the chart looks strong. It's not exactly biased. See, this chart is not as strong. This is strong. Hold on. Nifty is India. What the hell's wrong with you people? I know I'm tired, but I was right. Sensex is also India, I think. Yeah, this is also India. They're just not next to each other. They're both India. That looks strong. Strong, strong. This thing is weak. Europe looks a lot weaker. Like this is a lot weaker than this. I'm pretty bullish on India, actually, like for the next decade. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Let's see what's going on over there. They're moving into socialism in a few weeks. So let's see how that works out for them. Well, looks pretty good so far. That's an MRI sell. You see what happened on the MRI buy. Looks good so far. Ethereum's in the news. Everyone's buying into it. I can't wait to watch this train wreck of going to proof of stake. I mean, as long as Ethereum stays under those two lines, I don't think it'll amount to that much. Yeah, we can look at DXY. As you guys know, I am very bullish on the US dollar. I've been bullish on the US dollar for a long time, and I remain bullish on the US dollar. The only time I was not bullish on the US dollar was after the 2020 election. It was after the election, basically. So after the 2020 election, and then going into COVID, was the one time I was not bullish on the US dollar because I thought America could actually, collapse and go into a civil war. But that has not yet happened. And now Europe is doing that. So I have to be bullish the dollar and bearish on the euro. What's the trade on Ethereum a few days ago? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. I would buy some puts personally, but I'm not going to do it. That's what I would do. The implied volatility is probably super high. Turkish lira continues to devalue. Russian ruble. Oh, look at that. Russian ruble did devalue today. That might have something to do with the Kherson offensive. Ukraine did mount a large-scale attack on Russia. Well, on their own territory, but that it's currently occupied by Russia. That offensive is going fairly well, and they're taking some land back. We'll see how long they can hold it. But that offensive onto Russia is going to devalue the Russian currency as long as Ukrainians are successful. That is it for me, guys. I got maybe 8 more minutes to check out your questions. Please follow us on Instagram, the Financial Summit. We have broken 1,000 subscribers. Actually, Twitter. Let's get Twitter to break 2,000. We're almost at 2,000 on Twitter. Can the dollar go too far too fast? Yeah, it can. It really hurts the rest of the world because then their inflation rises higher. Russia has a pretty low birth rate. So if Russia is pushing people to have big families, not exactly sure how they're doing it. How did I do in the chess tournament? I finished well, I won in the first round. So if you go to my Twitter handle, well, this is my Twitter handle. You can see how people did in the chess tournament. I tweeted out. Here. Here's the board, right? So you see me right there. I played against Satoshi Nakamoto, and I won. But then I lost to Michael Tidwell, who made it to the finals. The finals, so Michael Tidwell beat VJ, Vijay Singh, the one that wrote the book. He beat Muzz. Muzz organized the chess tournament. That's Bitcoin Mechanic. Bitcoin Mechanic ended up losing to Tidwell after I lost to Tidwell. Then Michael Tidwell organizes TEDConf. That's down in Atlanta. Then Tidwell beat VJ, made it to the finals. On the other side, Rockstar Dev won his game and won the whole thing by beating Michael Tidwell. So while I lost in the second round, I did lose to the runner-up. So who knows how well I could have done had I played someone other than Tidwell or Rockstar. You'll never know. You'll have to wait till the next tournament. Dread did good. He also had a presentation at Unconfiscatable. Yeah, that was the board, and this was our this was the final four. There's VJ playing Tidwell, and here's Rockstar Dev playing looks like Clay. Jack Ballers came, watched the finals. Sorry, not Vijay Singh. I'm still recovering. Oh God, no. Vijay Bayopati. You're right. I was Vijay Singh. Why am I thinking of golf? I don't even play golf because I'm retarded. Yeah, if you're not following VJ yet, definitely follow. All right, guys, look at your live chat. I don't really know what the best mining companies to buy are. We can take a look at some of the mining companies on charts. Spend a bunch of time talking to the people at Riot. Riot was representing at the event. Do I have Riot stock down here? We can look at Riot stock. See, Riot stock rallied a lot. See, Riot stock rallied 150%. But they also had a big fall. We can look at Bitfarms. You guys know I'm a big fan of Bitfarms. They rallied less. They also fell more. I still like Bitfarms. Man, if Bitfarms falls under $1 again, ooh, that's going to be a juicy buy. Bitfarms is coming up on an MRI buy tomorrow. Tomorrow, MRI buy on Bitfarms. Ooh, that could be good. What was the other one? Marathon? Marathon's on an MRI buy today. I don't know. See, look how far away Marathon is right now from the swing low. It is still 114% above the swing low. What about Riot? Riot is only 63% above the swing low. Now, what about Bitfarms? Bitfarms is 20% above the swing low. All right, so just think about that. Think about what you buy. Okay, they all went up a lot. They all pulled back. Now, I don't want to be normally when there's weakness, there's more weakness. So you can take the argument that Marathon is the strongest one of them all, because look how much further up it is versus the swing low. But in one of these rare cases, I kind of like the value here. I like this massive pullback. They're all pullbacks, but this pullback was probably a lot bigger than some of the others, considering it is only 20% above the swing low. No, I haven't seen the McAfee documentary. I did watch the Anarchapulco documentary on HBO, The Anarchist. The Anarchist. No, that's Jeff Berwick's podcast. The Anarchists. I'm curious how United's doing. That's where all my money's going, on United flights. United flights and Marriott hotels. All right, guys, it is 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to call it a day. I need to go get food at some point. Promise some people I'd meet them. I'm here in Panama City. If you are in Panama City, try to get a hold of me and we can meet up in some random bar for a drink. Living dangerously in Latin America. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Please follow and support our Financial Summit initiative, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.